Hi, Collective. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. So, you guys, I have a channeled message, an unsent letter almost. I've been channeling messages, scenarios, and I feel like it's from people that you have been in separation from. There was a situation between two people. You guys could have been coworkers, just known each other through mutual friends, but there's somebody heavily in your energy who has not been able to say a lot of things. It's interesting. I had to write the things down because it was so much. So I'm actually going to read the channeled message that I got for you guys first before I get to the cards and the other part of the message for you. So welcome back, all of my current followers and subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the incoming followers and subscribers, welcome into the channel. I hope that my messages are useful for you. And I feel like this is really about closure. I feel like this is a situation with someone that you were not able to actually have closure with. This person could have also passed. And so these could just be thoughts, lingering thoughts, things they wish they could have told you, things that you didn't know during the situation when it was happening. So, like I said, let me read to you guys here the messages that I got. So, I miss you was the first message, and it was a pretty intense I miss you. Rainy day, November. I know I didn't nurture and protect you when you needed me most. I Want to Run to You by Whitney Houston. This is a song that was a part of the Bodyguard soundtrack, the movie that she played in. Whitney Houston was born in Newark, New Jersey. That could be in synchronicity for someone. She was born on August 9th, 1963. When I looked at the number synchronicities for the birth date, 8, 9, 10. So forward movement, collective. I feel like you've been moving forward since the situation, but it's definitely been tough to heal from this, especially if you didn't get the closure that you needed from them at the time. Also, in regards to this movie, Kevin Costner played in this movie with Whitney Houston, and it came out later that Kevin Costner, even after Whitney Houston's passing, confirmed that he was actually in love with her and she was his one true love. So even though they played the characters in the movie, this is a love song, and it is a true love song about forbidden love, hidden love. So maybe this was the situation between you and this person, collective. You weren't actually able to get the connection off the ground in the way that you wanted. But I feel like if this person is no longer with you, you were definitely their one true love. If the person is still alive, I would say that, collective, you are probably the first person that they have ever actually been in love with. And I think this is a realization that they are just figuring out. I shook your hand with a piece of plastic, like a mannequin from your favorite department store, and offered you fake love, knowing that you were still healing from your freshly baked breakup. I feel like you had probably just gone through a breakup when you met this individual, or in the middle of a breakup, whether that was just a separation, a divorce. And this person that you met knew that in those moments you were still kind of weak. And so they breadcrumbed you, they gaslit you, they love bombed you, even knowing that you were still trying to heal from a previous relationship. Someone's baking cookies right now. Someone really loves chocolate chip cookies, the freshly baked ones, the chewy ones. It's raining right now. Now all I can do is watch you from a distance because I can't find the words. My secret thoughts, the right words to manipulate you to come back to me and allow me back in your energy. So this person watches you from a distance. They've been trying to figure out ways to reach back out to you. It is Mercury retrograde right now, as you can see. And so communication from a lot of past people is going to, be prevalent over the next few weeks, few months. But this person in separation, for some of you guys, still is trying to find a way to convince you to come back or allow them to come back, even though they still don't have good intentions. They just need something from you, which is your energy, your positivity, the love that you gave them, because they are lacking that at this time. I haunt you in your dream state even without your permission, desperate for your attention, but you still reject me there. So this is somebody who you have seen in your dreams. They are still trying to find a way to communicate with you, even if it's not in the 3D, knowing that for most of you, you probably don't want to have anything to do with them anymore. Some days the thought of you makes me feel nostalgic, causing me to do things I shouldn't to myself. And the other days, my resentment, pride, and ego convince me to be angry with you. This person definitely thinks about you, desires you, even in separation. They have many thoughts of you, good and bad. I'll keep it PG, but you know what I mean. Especially in the evening when they're alone. Those angry thoughts about you, resentful thoughts, though, it doesn't last long because when they're alone, they usually cry about you. I've always loved you, but my fear of commitment, insecurities, and narcissistic behavior kept me from telling you exactly how I felt. So, this is somebody who actually very quickly, even though in the beginning their goal was to gain from you in some way, they didn't have good intentions. Over time, they did realize that they actually did truly love and care for you. But they were so used to being in this narcissistic and player like energy, they didn't like the thought of commitment. They had a lot of insecurities when it came to being thought of as someone that could be in a commitment. So they actually never told you that they actually cared for you. They, again, gaslit you, love bombed you, did things to make you feel as if they cared without actually having to say it, because it meant that they didn't have to take responsibility for how you felt. This could be somebody, again, who has passed away for some of you guys. Again, this was a relationship that actually never got off of the ground, but the connection felt pretty deep, pretty strong. They still hold on to your energy secretly. It seems to be the only thing that gets them through the days. They have actually heard or seen that you've been healing from the past from them after all the things they did to you behind your back and in your face. They know they broke your heart, but they're not sure that if they'll ever be strong enough to actually ever admit it to you, collective. They secretly admire you. They envy the life that you have, and they are now realizing that you were a true treasure that they lost. They fumbled your heart. Trey songs may be significant. They misjudged you. They gossiped about you. They slandered your name. They said you were codependent on them. They actually lied and convinced others or made it seem as if you had slept with them for some of you guys. Some of you guys, it never became a physical connection. For some of you guys, it did. But they made it seem like you were codependent on them, never willing to walk away, as if you were the problem. As I was shuffling the deck that I'm going to use here shortly, yeah, my right ear is ringing. The card gift flipped out in the reverse. In the upright, the gift card is for two people to really truly know each other or know one another. That is the gift, to actually truly connect with somebody on another level. But it came out in the reverse, meaning that they actually never took the time to truly get to know who you were. They had you misjudged from the beginning. Even if you spent a lot of time with this person, it didn't matter. They had an idea of who you were, and they held on to that instead of actually wanting to get to know you, because everything was more service level with this person. So they didn't really care. Also, the card Destiny came out in the upright, which is reunion with your twin flame is destined. If distance allows, you may run into this person very soon. And then also, it was very interesting when I looked over, the card Wish was actually stuck at the bottom of the box. And the card Wish, it says some of you, someone you wished for is coming into your life. So I feel like this is something that you don't see coming, collective. Okay. All right. So those were the channeled messages. Let's get into the reading, you guys. So let's see. So like I said, collective summit, for some of you guys, this is somebody who, may not be with you in the physical anymore. Some of you guys, again, are just at a distance, and that could just be physical distance. That could be emotional, mental, flip it where it goes. But let's see. Let's see what's going on in this situation for you guys. What was the situation? I don't know how to not dream of you. So many things remind me of you. So in my channeled message, as you guys saw, I said that this person tries to communicate with you in the dream state. This is your confirmation. They don't know how not to dream of you. There's so many things that remind them of you. They can't get you off of their mind. So for some of you guys, like I said, this person is probably planning some type of communication, because it's just probably something that's driving them crazy at this point, that they can't stop thinking about you, collective. But you imprinted on this person. No matter how they treated you outwardly in the public, no matter how much they dogged you out, called you out your name, made you look bad behind your back, tried to make you jealous to your face, this person actually always had emotions for you, but they didn't know what to do with them. So now that you have walked away and you've been in separation, this person can't do anything but dream about you, because they know that you're not speaking to them. I wonder if you think of me too. In the reverse, yeah, you don't think about this person. You are actually truly healing, making the effort to move forward. Like I said, 8, 9, 10, forward movement. And some of you guys are moving towards a 10 of cups, a new romance, new love, new financial situation. So you no longer are lingering in your thoughts about this person. It says, When I see you look at something a little longer than others, I wonder if you want it, if I should get it for you, if it would make you happy. This person really never, again, took the time to really truly get to know you in that way, collective. It didn't matter to them. Their only goal was to obtain from you what they wanted. And for most of you guys, if you had never slept with this person, that was their goal. Their goal was to obtain your energy. My broken spirit and the mask I hide behind, my carefully crafted vision of self, the beast that lived inside me. There's a monster in me, or maybe that's what I am, the monster. So this person, I feel like this needs to go in the upright. This person, you eventually saw their true colors. I feel like in the beginning, when you were truly vulnerable, collective, when you were, again, going through that freshly baked breakup, you were still in such a vulnerable state. And this person seeing that, smelling that on you, almost like a wolf to its prey, a wolf in sheep's clothing. They knew that they could take advantage of you at that time. They knew that they could gain from you, because anybody going through a breakup needs somewhere soft to land. And they put on this mask. They hid behind this mask as if they were this King of Cups energy, emotionally balanced, intelligent, emotionally nurturing, giving. So they did things every now and again to breadcrumb you, to make you feel as if they really favored you. So it was easy to fall for this person, especially being in such a vulnerable place. Adventure, seek adventure together. It adds excitement to your journey. Yeah, this person made you feel like you guys could go on this adventure, that it would be you and them tackling challenges in life. And in the beginning, it was just a true friendship, a true bond, a closeness that I think, collective, you really needed at the time, especially going through a breakup, just fresh out of a breakup. You needed someone to feel close to, because you felt like it could help you heal. So I feel like you were excited about an adventure with this person. You were definitely excited about a new journey. The thought of a new journey brought life back to you. After going through such a hard breakup, it was almost like a breath of fresh air, just like standing on top of a mountain. All of that fresh air, just looking out, ready for something new. I wasn't ready to say this. Dangerous, invigorating, just needed. Yeah, they weren't going to tell you who they really were, which I feel was somebody truly dangerous to you, to your spirit, to your emotions. They just needed also a new adventure, and you were the new adventure, collective. You were the new exciting penny, the new thing, the new kid on the block, the new kid in school, the new girl in school that every guy was going to now try to date and get to. That's what you became in their eyes. But this person behind their eyes was very dangerous. Yeah, thinking of you in the reverse. You don't think about this person anymore, because again, the memories are so hard. I've thought of you every day, many times daily, lovely thoughts, longing for what we had, so many moments and things I've wanted to share. I feel like this person definitely thinks about you, collective, all the time. Again, they dream of you. Again, you've probably seen this person in your dreams multiple times, violating your privacy, knowing that you want to be in separation, but they are trying to find a way to come back into your energy. But I feel like you no longer want this connection in the reverse. Love is the bridge connecting souls, something to be cherished. This person did not cherish the connection that you had. It was very precious, but it was something that they looked to conquer, not to appreciate. So they took you for granted and they played the game that they had played with everyone else, and you were just another one on the list, the next one on the list, but they didn't realize that most likely you would be the last good option, the most valuable option on their list, until you walked away and you broke and burned the bridge, a connection that you now no longer seek. Yeah, you don't need to ask. You don't need anything. You don't need any closure. I don't think that person realized during that last connection, that last moment together, that last look into their eyes, that it would be the last time they saw you. I asked for a sign. I'm trying to move on. Yeah, like I said, collective, you're trying to move on from this. You are trying to heal from this. And it's been a very long journey, a tough journey, one that I don't think you expected to have to go through again. It was almost as if you are now in a place of having to heal twice, because not only were you not over the last relationship, but now you were in a situation with someone new that you were excited about, thinking that it would be a support system, thinking that it would be a close bond, a friend at the least. But it turned out that you were thrown into the lion's den, now trying to find a way to survive another situation that you were not prepared for, that your heart was not prepared for. So your heart now was not only was broken, but it was shattered. Don't reach out to me. I never want to hear from you again. I will throw up at the sight of you. You are nothing to me. Don't reach out to me. In the reverse, this person, all they want now is for you to reach out to them. They have been waiting for some type of communication from you. They would give anything to hear from you, but you no longer have any passion for them. You no longer have a flame, a fire that burns for them. Not anymore. You are now nurturing yourself. You are treating yourself as the true gift, because you found self-love for yourself. You realize that you were not going to gain it from anyone else but you. In order for your flowers to bloom, you were going to have to water your own plant, your own flowers, because all this person did was drink from your cup. They never refilled your cup, so your cup was always empty, yearning for it to be filled from someone who was not willing to give to you. They were always ready to drink from your cup, so every time you hung out with this person, yeah, my right hand is itching. Every time you hung out with this person, they were waiting for you to come with a fresh cup of purified, distilled water from the Himalayan mountains. Fresh spring water, purified, because at some point they would get tired of drinking from those filthy cups. They knew that they could depend on you to come through. You never hid how you felt. You always let them know exactly how you felt. This is why they knew that they had you right where they wanted you. They knew that they could manipulate you in any way they pleased for a very long time, because again, that vulnerable heart was still yearning to be comforted, to be consoled, to be mended. And you felt through a new connection, a new adventure with a new person who seemed to love and care for you. At least that's what they made you feel secretly, that you could mend a broken heart. You, at a certain point, stopped feeling alone. you still had your alone time, but this person made you feel as if you didn't have to be alone, but not realizing that you not being alone and being with them was for their benefit more than yours. This was not the abundant love that the universe had to offer. You were now being taken from, but it was something that you didn't realize, because there was moments that felt really amazing, and even in the moments of true pain and hurt and heartbreak, when they would hurt your feelings and disrespect you to your face, you still held on to the hope that it was still something genuine, something good. Maybe they had just had a bad day, or maybe they were just angry about something that happened at work or with their family or friends, and so you stood by their side, because that's what people do, right, when they love each other. You really wanted this to be wish fulfillment. Like I said, wish was at the bottom of the cardboard box. I feel like your wish is something that you don't see coming, because now that you've been in separation from this person, the universe can actually bring in what you truly deserve, because you have now chosen yourself. Collective, you have now decided to heal a double broken heart, which takes a lot more time and effort. So you've probably been alone after this separation for quite some time. And unfortunately, now that it's too late, this person is now realizing that you were their everything. You were their good vibes. You were the butterflies that they felt in their stomach. Those moments where they felt ill, they didn't realize that they were butterflies, because they actually truly loved you. They quickly pushed it to the side and assumed it was something they ate. You were the person that, when they thought about you, they smiled. You started to become their motivation every day, but instead of appreciating you for who you were in their life, they took you for granted more and more. Their ego and pride got bigger and bigger, bigger than their heart. You were the feeling of total happiness. You were the warm feeling of being loved. But unfortunately, this person didn't even recognize what that was. It felt so foreign to somebody like them, who had collected so many jars of hearts. They never appreciated it, but they used it for their good, for their gain, took advantage of the emotions of so many others that were now messages in a bottle floating out to sea on their way to nowhere. So many people left behind trying to figure out how to heal their broken hearts, with no closure, with no true understanding, because they all felt like you felt, deeply in love with someone who had no intentions of being in love. You were the sunshine that broke through the clouds on rainy days. You were their reason why their life felt complete. You were their everything, but unfortunately, again, they did not treasure you. They treated you like trash, like an option, not like the MVP on the team, but like the seventh player that they would call in when the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth players were exhausted, or they were tired of them and they just needed a new adventure. Short-term adventure, nothing long-term. Wow. Huh. Yeah. So now this person cannot relax, because they realize that what they lost is not something that can ever get back. They are full of anxiety and sleepless nights, and trapped mentally, thinking of you, constant thoughts about you, because they know that they chose someone else over you. Again, knowing that you were the gift. Now they realize you were the gift. You were the greatest thing, everything to them. But unfortunately, now you are no longer together. You are no longer in the same space physically, mentally, emotionally that you were with this person. You have walked away and chose self. There are no more windows of opportunities for them to break your heart. So even though they may decide to choose you in every lifetime, you are no longer attracted to them. You are no longer settling for less than what you deserved. And you are no longer waiting for them, because you know that they are not the person that you assumed them to be from the beginning of the story. You thought that you had finally found your wish fulfillment, not another wolf in sheep's clothing. They never cherished those moments they had when it was just the two of you. They didn't realize how much your energy and time was so precious and so rare, but now they do. And now they miss everything about you. And unfortunately, they don't deserve to have you, because they never gave you the truth. They never honored you, protected you. They contributed to your second heartbreak that you were not expecting, when you were just looking for a safe place. So while you created a safe place for them to be able to be whoever they chose to be without judgment, you gave to them unconditionally with so much love and so much gratitude, because you thought their intentions were the same as yours. Unfortunately, what they wanted was just another conquest, a trophy that once they conquered you, they could sit on the shelf and say, yeah, I got them too. So congratulations, collective, for walking away, for choosing yourself. Because if it was up to them, you would still be trapped, just like a wild animal trapped in the woods, where nobody could hear you cry. So congratulations, collective, for saving yourself, for seeing your own worth, for realizing what you truly deserved. That's what I have for you, collective. The message resonated. Please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. But until next time, you guys, bye.